Greetings adult collectors, I am Crash the Customizer, and welcome to another modified Transformer showcase with my custom OG Animated Prowl. I didn't really like the design of the new Animated Prowl for Legacy, mostly because of the fact they made the head like way too big. And I also bought this figure before that even actually existed. And like with animated, getting a lot of the OG figures is not very easy because of the prices. But I was able to get this cheap because somebody was actually trying to get rid of this because they had taken like parts of this figure off so that they could make a better version of the Samurai Prowl. And so this was just one they were just trying to get rid of. I don't really care about the Samurai Prowl that much. I prefer him as a ninja. I'm more into ninjas and samurais. So it doesn't really bother me to have this. The only thing that did bother me was that the shurikens for the Samurai Prowl didn't open like the original, but I was able to remedy that because, whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I'm going to have to fix that later. That's the only thing. I tried to make a Lego version. It does work when it doesn't break. Let me go take the other one off and show you how that's actually supposed to work. So I made this little custom shuriken. So you open up the sides individually and then stick in the blade, or the tips of it here. And there you go. And I considered actually buying these, but to actually buy these separately is almost as much as the figure itself. So yeah, paying $20 just for one of these when I can literally just make this out of Lego, I can stick doing this. And I'll have to fix that other one later. I thought it was perfect, I guess not. See, how I actually made this is I just took the Lego clip pieces and then these little tooth pieces, and then I actually glued this whole assembly, but this one here I guess didn't stay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try to fix that later. But anyway, this is how it's supposed to work, because you take these back out because you can't put it with the blades, and just go ahead and put it in his hand without the spikes there. So yeah, you can actually have it holding the shuriken and throw it. So it just claps this back up. Put this back in, so it'll line up with the hole. To make this work, I had to actually cut a little bit of this off and a little bit of this so that I can actually have this rotate still, so it doesn't affect the rolling. And of course I gave him my usual hand treatment and gave him a posable thumb, posable fingers, so you can have him pointing. Yeah, I think this actually is a pretty good Prowl. Honestly, the original was better than what they tried to do with the Legacy. I mean, they got the vehicle mode right. It's just like they gave him more of a G1 head, giving like the actual like more bulky, bigger head. I just didn't really like that too much. I preferred the actually the original animated figure because it looked right. But here's how he scales with Optimus. And he does actually scale pretty well with the new Legacy Optimus. Bring in Legacy Bumblebee. And of course that scale looks pretty good. And then bring in a couple of my other figures. Here he is with my Legacy Animated Megatron and my Legacy Animated Blitzwing. Here he is with my Legacy Animated Lugnut and my Legacy Animated Shockwave. And despite being the original deluxe, he actually does scale pretty well with my new Legacy figures from modern day lines, so actually looks pretty good actually. So to transform this guy is really the same as it was with the original figure, because it's really just I added hands is really about all I did. So what we're going to do is we're going to collapse these up, and then the only difference is we're going to fold the thumb around here. So just take this, shift it down. This one's stuck here. Hold on. There we go. I think it was the break of me today. Now it's hand braking too. Anyway, so fold up the thumb. This one has still has things maybe modified here, since the hand just fell off, and of course that shuriken broke. But anyway, just fold up like that, and I did actually glue these on differently, because to add the hands I had to have this actually back just a little bit farther. So then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the handlebars up. Now you're supposed to flip them into the chest, but I don't do that, because once you do that, it's really hard to get them back out. I prefer just sticking them like this, so I don't have to actually have to pull them out in vehicle mode. So then what we're going to do is we're going to untap his chest from his waist section here, and open up this little back section. We're going to rotate his legs sideways so that we can fold him up, and his head will fold into the little seat section here. Fold up like that, and then we're going to take his legs, rotate them this way. We're going to collapse his leg up, and it's going to fit right into this little section here, and it'll tab in to the sides here like that, and then collapse this leg up this way. Then I'll tab into here. I'm going to rotate the arm sections here so we can bring the arms back like this. Just rotate that section, pull the arm back, and then now instead of just these tabbing in, his little sections of his thumb will tab in right here like this, and then you tab those in. And then line this up with this. Bring down the kickstand. And stand. There we have Prowl in his vehicle mode. Now obviously if that one shuriken had broken, it'd be sitting right there, so let's turn it this way. And you can see the shuriken I made still does roll after having to cut off just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so it actually doesn't catch on that. And this figure turned out pretty well, I feel like. I did, of course, do a little repainting on some things, kind of add some more gold to it, make it look a lot cooler. So let's bring in his fellow Autobots here. Let's give him a stand. Let's kickstand here. So here he is with Optimus and Bumblebee. It does actually still look pretty good with the new Legacy versions. I mean, the scale isn't really all that wrong. It still kind of works. So this is definitely what I'm going to stick with when it comes to Prowl. So we're going to put Prowl back into his robot mode. So we're going to open up the foot, untab this section. I'll fix that in a sec. And we're going to pull his arms forward here. His arms forward. We're going to untab the foot, open it up. Got like this kind of weird thing going on. Anyway, so then we're going to take this section, bring his legs down. We're going to push this section up, which will in turn bring up his head. And then tab this section in, rotate his legs, and then rotate his arms down, shift up his arm here, shift this one up, just real quick glue this section, okay, and then just push these down like that. So I honestly like this figure. Like I said, I didn't like the big head they gave the Legacy. And maybe if there was a way to make you actually take the new head on Legacy, I really don't know. I don't really plan on really getting the Legacy version. I mean, I get what they're trying to go for, trying to G1ify it, but I feel like they could have done the same they did with the Bumblebee and Optimus. I mean, G1ified them without making them look so far off from the original character. I mean, I get they were trying to put on the G1 Prowl head, but it just didn't work, because Prowl in animated had a much more skinnier head, and it looked very odd to me, given that I was, of course, I actually grew up on the animated version, and I can't even really get a Prowl that's not a motorcycle, because I'm just so used to him being a motorcycle, but that's what I grew up with, and them taking that motorcycle design and then taking the original head, I just didn't like that. So I'm really glad I was able to still be able to get my hands on a original Prowl. And it's still a pretty good figure. I mean, there are some issues, like I said, with like what does kind of bother me is like these, because he had a Prowl when I was younger and this section broke. I'm trying to be a little more careful with it since I'm actually a lot older and actually I'm a lot more careful with my figures, but that does kind of bother me a little bit. But it's not really something I have to worry about if I'm careful with it. But some things I'm trying to glue are having some issues. Like I said, this is not going to stay. I think I'm going to be able to get it to stay now, and then I'm going to have to fix my other Shuriken. The Shuriken thing, it's a case where, since I'm actually trying how this works, this is like inside here, just a Lego bar piece that's glued in there and actually like cut. So yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. I'm going to have to continue to perfect the Shuriken and try to get this to actually work a little better so the other one actually doesn't fall apart. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good figure. Now, I don't plan to do any comparisons with the vehicle modes of the other figures yet, since I'm going to have like so many figures to try to compare with. My plan is, after I have actually made videos for all of my custom animated figures, then I'm going to do like a community post that will show like all of the like how they scale all of my animated figure customs, so you kind of see how that's going to work. Or maybe even my actual in video. I haven't figured that out yet, but anyway, that's pretty much it for my custom OG Prowl. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I now have a playlist linked in the description, so if you want to check out my other animated custom videos, feel free to check out that link. And until next time, this is Crash the Customizer, out. Greetings, fellow Autobot. My name is Optimus Prime. I am Prowl. I was training to be a ninja under Yokitron before he was destroyed. I am sorry to hear that, Prowl. And if you like, you are more than welcome to join my team. It may not be the ninja training that you seek, but you can learn other things. Like, what exactly? Well, my team and I repair space bridges. It's not the most fun job in the world, but we have become friends. I have never really had friends. I spent most of my life on my own. Well then, you finally get the chance to have some friends and learn teamwork. Teamwork isn't really my thing, Optimus. I'm more of a loner. I've never really been good at teamwork. Well, it's never too late to learn, Prowl. And I'd be more than happy to teach you if you choose to join me. So, what do you say, Prowl? You accept the chance to have some friends and learn some teamwork? I accept. I am at your service, Master. There is no need for that, Prowl. Stand up.
I am not a sensei. I am a leader. You may address me as Optimus, Optimus Prime, or Prime. Yes, sir. I may not be able to teach you what you seek about being a ninja, but there are many other things I will be able to teach you. And perhaps one day you will get to use your ninja training for something useful.